Which would you rather carry? This or this? I think you know the answer. Hi, thanks for joining me today. My name is Carrie Waltz, and I share tips, tools, and techniques for the artist in you. And today I'm going to show you how I repurposed some watercolor paint and made it much more usable for me. It started off with an investigation of value markers, and I wanted to do some value sketches in my journal. And I did some testing of those markers, and one of them, the Tombow, this set, bled through. So that was eliminated. And then there was another set that's Faber-Castell, and they didn't bleed through, but I didn't feel that there was enough variation in the lights and darks of them. I wanted more variation, even though it gave me a cool and a warm of the colors, or of the values. It wasn't what I was looking for. So I continued to explore, and then I remembered I had ordered some dark watercolor. It was a set. I'm sorry I don't have the box it came in because I destroyed that box in the process, but I'm going to show you what I did to make this so much more user-friendly for me, and maybe you will too. This was one of the first things I did with the markers, just try to do a quick sketch to see if I could get a variation in the values. And when I realized it bled through, it's like, don't like that. So this gives you a better view of the ones I was talking about. These two are supposed to be the same value. This one is supposed to be lighter. It should be between these two. And if you squint your eyes, there's really not much difference. So I wasn't happy with that. I really like the variation. These definitely light, medium, it got traditional, continually darker, but I didn't like the bleed through. So you can see in my journal how I make notes to myself, too similar in value. I didn't have a black that was that same brand. This one bled through. So I got the black, I got these dark watercolors. It came in a set of 6, and it had reddish black, yellowish, greenish, bluish, brownish, purple. Actually, slide that over. That's brownish and purple. And the bluish was what I decided to take out. But what I did with these, they were in a cardboard box. And in the long cardboard box, it gave me no place to mix. And when I'm on the go, I really like to have a quick, convenient box that I can just open it up and mix in the lid. Well, this was a tin that a friend of mine had given to me. I think she got it at Michael's. It was in the dollar bin, and it didn't have a hinge. So I took some duct tape, and I put the duct tape on the side. I cut the box up and put the emblem from the box here and the examples of the colors here, and used packing tape just to secure that so that if it got paint on it, I could just wipe it off. But the interior of the box, it was just a long, narrow box that held the 6 colors. I like the fact that this, if I cut out, was just the width, the depth to fit right there. So I could slide these colors in. Now, before I slid them in, I did something very important. Nowhere on here, except for under here, which I can't read Japanese, is the color. So I wrote the color greenish black in a small Sharpie, and I stuck a magnet on the bottom. So that way they don't fall out easily, and they can be positioned up underneath the name. I didn't even have to glue this in because it just happened to fit perfectly in this particular tin. So I was just so excited. So if the whole set is together, they fit just like this. So that in itself isn't bad, because I have 6 different colors, and if I want to work in a monochromatic state, I want my base color, the root color, to be as dark as possible so I can get a wide variety of values. But I didn't want to carry this whole thing with me. And so I experimented a little bit more, and I did a painting of a magnolia, and this was all with just one color. And because I could get all of these variations with one color and this one brush, it eliminated all of this. I don't have to worry about, one color drying out where the others don't. And I don't like to carry that much with me. So what I've gotten down to is I found a blue mint from Cracker Barrel. You can see I've used it. And I wanted to get the color of a tin that represented the color that I chose, bluish black. So now when I go painting on the go, my small kit that I've shown you in several videos has my 2 palettes that are my limited palette and my convenience colors limited palette, plus this dark blue. And what I love about it is I'm not wasting time mixing a good dark from these colors when I have it right here. And then I can add other colors to it and create some greens or just leave it monochromatic that way. I also put a little bit of gouache here when I was working on something else, and I can wash this lid out anytime if I want to. But I just love the fact that now I have a good dark that's convenient. I didn't have to add any of those value markers. I have everything I need to take with me, and it doesn't weigh very much. So hopefully something here has been a good idea for you. I just love to repurpose things to where they're so much more functional for me. So anytime something doesn't work for you, just look around and see what you can do to improve it. And I just continually problem solve and have fun with that. So I hope you have a good day. Hope some of this was helpful. Please give me a thumbs up if the content was good. And thank you for subscribing. I'm just so appreciative of those of you who've taken time to do that. So have a blessed day, and I will see you next week.